Good morning, good morning, good morning. Cheers, everyone. Cheers. Bitcoin is coming back down a little bit here this morning. Will we see some more blood going into today? That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to look at some longer term charts and, focus more on some macro stuff because I'll be honest, the short term charts, even though we kind of said last night that we could get a slight move to the upside, we didn't really see it just yet. Now, it's still possible we can get a pump back to the upside here short term. Absolutely. We'll talk about that. But good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I see Hood Rich. I see Michael. I see Waterfly. I see probably a bunch of other people on the sidelines, too. Shout out to everyone that's watching. What's going on, everyone? Hope you guys are having a fantastic morning. Cheers. If you're drinking coffee, let me know. If you're super, super depressed on the price action, let me know. If you're drinking beers, no reason to be depressed, guys. No reason to be depressed. And we'll talk about that coming up here this morning. What's going on? What's going on, man? All right. Let me take a sip of coffee here. Man, delicious coffee, man. Delicious coffee. All right. What is going on? Let's check out our daily, right? Let's start on the daily time frame here, and we'll kind of work our way down. The daily time frame, we know that, this bear flag is broken, right? This bear flag is broken, and we have a target, right? I mean, let's take a look at the technical target of this bear flag, where we're making higher highs, we're making higher lows. We finally got that close below it yesterday. I'll say praise whoever's up there, right? Whoever's up there, praise you for finally breaking us out of that range, man. Because I was sick of that range, and I think we were all kind of sick of that range. What's going on, Skillful? Drunk Bear still sleeping. Ready for the weekend, said Kane. Hey, we're all still waking up, man. We're all still waking up. If we took our measure move from the top to the bottom and we extrapolate that to the downside, right, the target is back down to close to 24K. Now, like I've said, guys, I mean, if Bitcoin drops to 24K for whatever reason, I'll be ready to scoop it up. The issue I'm having right now, and I understand the charts are looking really, really ugly, right? The charts are really, really ugly. Bitcoin's never kind of been in any... never really existed as far as price action in any type of way in a recession. I think it's fair to say that at this point. How will it react, right? Are we going to start reacting in a way we've never seen before? And a lot of the things that we look at, are they going to be pointless to look at? Because we've never seen Bitcoin in this type of environment, right? And that's kind of what we got to talk about, man. What's up, Prickly Prep? What's going on, man? All right, but we have a target back down to 24K. It looks like the daily RSI, if we close where we are today, is going to break that, uptrend here that we had a daily RSI. We had 1, 2, 3 touches. We never broke the daily RSI support line yet, but looks like that may break today if we close really anywhere below kind of where we closed yesterday, anywhere below like 36.4. Could see that break to the downside, right? Which price action usually does follow. So keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. We obviously got to see what the stock market does today too, but it could be, I would say it could be kind of an ugly day unless the short-term time frames want to flip. The short-term time frames haven't flipped yet, right? We have the hourly coming up here. We still have lower lows on the RSI, higher lows on the lower lows on the price action, higher lows on the RSI. And we look at the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour stocks are bottomed out with the 4-hour RSI being oversold. So, at some point, Bitcoin's going to have a little bit of a retrace here. At some point, is it going to be right now, though? That's the question, right? That's the question that all the traders want to know. Is it going to be now, or are they going to push prices lower in order to, get more liquidity to the downside before they push it back up? All right, that's what we're going to wait and see today. If we go over to the 3-day, just real quick on the 3-day, guys, we are breaking. Man, if we close the 3-day where we are right now, I don't think the 3-day looks too good, right? The 3-day looks too good. Michael said weekly green candles no longer exist. Yeah, I saw that. I think we had 5 red weekly candles for the first time since 2014. We'll talk about that coming up, man. What's up, Lewis? What's up, Quadro? You're working my hours today. What's up, Quadro, man? Sipping coffee, man. That's what we're doing here. What's up, Dan? Man, we're drinking nice coffee today. We're getting it in. Getting the stable coins ready, man. Getting the stable coins ready. Getting the fiat ready. Hope you guys are too, because you never know what can happen, man. And these are exciting times. I hope you guys are ready. These are exciting times. I know there's red. I know there's fear in the market. But these are the times where, these are the times where you got to take advantage of the opportunities that you get. But you still could go lower, man. Don't go all in. That's all I'll say, too. What's up, Lewis? I've stopped looking at the market. Wait another week, everyone is bearish. Then back and forth. Facts, man. Facts. I would say that the charts look kind of bad. I will say that. To be perfectly honest, like I'm not gonna sugarcoat stuff. The 3-day is breaking the 3-day closes that we haven't seen since all the way back in July of 2021. So we could get that close below this line that I'm watching here. If that does close there, I mean, the next level that we could be looking at is back down towards the 33K level, right? So just be prepared for that, right? We know that really ever since we broke that 3-day RSI channel here, it's kind of been bloody for BTC. Ever since we broke that, which was right about right here, it's just been an absolute poop show for BTC since about 43K. So we'll watch that too. Another thing to keep an eye on as we got to go in here. But Drunk Bear said bullish season. Nice. Nice, man. Everyone's bearish too, man. Everyone is bearish. And I hate to keep saying this because we kind of say everyone's bearish, but the prices keep going down. Sometimes that can be lagging, right? I don't really see anyone that's bullish right now, and it's hard to be bullish, right? The charts look like crap. I mean, I would say the only thing that would make me slightly bullish is the fact that everyone's bearish, right? But the charts do look like crap, and a lot of the times the charts don't lie, even though we know Bitcoin can do whatever it wants to do, when it wants to do it, how it wants to do it. That's the only thing that's kind of keeping me like, all right, I don't want to just follow the herd, and I'm not following the herd. I'm not selling my crypto or anything, right? But the charts do look like crap. Let's be honest, man. Cold brew for this summer. BTC dropping like my sack in this heat. Dropping like a sack. Holy moly. There's just not blood in the streets. It's more like a river. Blood in the streets. I think we get to see a bit more blood in the streets, man. What's funny is we're still higher than we were last summertime. But switching over to the weekly. The weekly and the monthly closes are going to be big. Well, not the monthly close, I should say. That's far down the road. The monthly close will be big when we get there. But the weekly close, we don't want to close below the 100-week moving average, man. I mean, this is looking... I'll say this. We look at the weekly time frame. We're poking our head through the 100-week right now. I will go back in time and show you guys the last time that we broke through the 100-week was down here. Last time we poked our head through the 100-week, and it kind of sustained it and didn't come back up and test it. It was right here, man. November 2018, where we actually, if you look, the price action is very similar to the current price action we have now. I'm just being honest. Like, we dumped below, came back up, got rejected from the 50-week. And then we came back, coming back down, and we got that close below the 100-week, and you saw what happened next. Bonk to the downside, right? You can see here, over here in March of 2020, we closed, I mean, you guys know what happened in March 2020. Bonk, below to the downside. So I prefer not to break that. I mean, we've only broken the 100-week, actually, a couple times in BTC's history. If we actually go back in the past, we broke it right here. Bonk to the downside. All right, so I don't want to break the 100-week on a weekly close. That typically would not be a good thing, but there's some interesting things that could happen if we do, right? If we do. Kind of reading the chat here. I mean, I'd be paying like 5% interest in that loan. Thanks, Bob. Mr. Hart, I thought about the same thing. If it hits 24, a loan against your BTC. Mr. Hart, I would personally never recommend taking on a crazy amount of debt when it comes to crypto. As much as I believe in the future of crypto, I always preach don't invest where you can't afford to lose, right? So take that for what you will. I'm not gonna say it's a bad. I mean, I know people did that and made a shitload of money in 2020, right? But just be careful with that, my man. One thing I do want to note here on the monthly, if we actually go to the monthly time frame real quick, Bitcoin is actually reaching levels on the monthly time frame that it only did in close to bottom of bear markets. Now, keyword is close. You can still go lower. Keep that in mind. But if you actually look down here on the monthly RSI, let's bring this up like this. You still could have lower to go, and everything's kind of like... it's so interesting because everything and everyone is kind of pointing to that 25K in between 22K and 27K. Everything's kind of pointing to that range, man. And everyone's kind of looking at that range. So it leads me to believe it's like, do we go there, right? Do we go there? If you look at the monthly RSI, for example, right here, guys. Bitcoin's only ever dropping into this range on the monthly RSI. You can see how close we are. Like if we get a little bit more red, we're dropping into this range. It's only ever dropped into this range in the deep, deep depths of the 2018 bear market and the deep, deep depths of the 2014, 2015 bear market. That's the only time it's ever dipped into this range in the history of BTC. Not even in March of 2020, we didn't even drop in there, right? We did it on a wick, but we ended up closing right at the top here. We're very, very close on the monthly RSI. So, you know, it's still showing that we could have a little bit more downside here. Keep that in mind. But this is showing that, you know, maybe, you know, if we get another 1, 2, 3 months of red without really any significant bounces, could drop into this range. Now, this could obviously reset. You can have some dead cat bounce that resets you back to the upside before you move to the downside, for sure. But I think, you know, this combined with, look at the weekly time frame as well, is showing that, if you look at this too, it's also a like big falling wedge on the monthly like this, and it's showing some type of resolution soon, man. We know these these falling wedges typically break to the upside, but we've seen a couple just recently. Like we had a daily one that broke to the downside. You have this one right here, man. This one right here, like this, right? That is showing that you could still see a slight downside, but you're showing some type of resolution very soon, if not this month, next month, where, you know, it's either going to be a gnarly drop to the downside, which is going to look pretty ugly probably, just like we saw that daily one break yesterday, or it's going to be a resolution to the upside, right? I mean, let's find out, but it is showing some type of resolution here somewhat soon, and that's kind of exciting, right? It's kind of exciting. What's up, Dan? I took a debt for college. I guess me too, man. Me too, man. I think a lot of people did. Which, in hindsight, would I have done it? No. But hey, I mean, life's a learning experience. You learn things like that, and you move on. The 224 BTC drop felt unrepeatable, but also less panic-inducing. Strange times. Yeah, but the monthly is showing, kind of like we said, man. The monthly is showing something interesting. Waterfly said gnarly drop coming Monday. I hope so, Waterfly. I hope so, man. I hope so, bro. And all right, what else we got? BTC on the weekly time frame. I keep saying that my golden buy zone, where I will literally probably, I'm still DCA on the way down, very slowly DCAing on the way down here. But where I will deploy most of my capital here is between 27K and 22K. Right? Historically, we know, I mean, everyone's talking about the same thing, guys. I hate to repeat everything the same, but it's true. Like, all we have to look at is previous data for Bitcoin, and that's kind of all we have to look at. Bitcoin dropped to 22K. 22K is where the 200-week moving average is right now. Bitcoin has only ever, since the 200-week moving averages came out, only ever had one weekly close below, and that was very, very barely, and that was March of 2020, where the next week you came back up. And also, it's only ever stayed below the 200-week EMA. You look at March of 2020, it didn't even stay there for 1 week. Okay, 2018 was the only time it stayed below there for 3 months. But what's 3 months in crypto, man? I mean, it's already May this year. What's 3 months? That's just accumulation station right there between the 200-week and the 200-week EMA and the 200-week MA. Right? We go back in 2014, never closed below. All right, the 200-week EMA. Okay, so listen, man. I mean, you get the point, guys. It's not a guaranteed bottom. You could still have wicks. You could still have a little bit of badu. We're at unprecedented times for Bitcoin in crypto in a whole. But that's my golden buy area. Will I get it? I don't know, man. Everyone's sort of calling for lower prices, and when everyone calls for lower prices, especially when everyone calls for the same like 20K, 25K. Are you going to get it? Who knows? Just like everyone was calling for 100K last year. Who knows if you're going to get the prices that you want? If history is to tell, I mean, the herd is usually wrong, man. The herd is usually wrong. And I would say right now the herd is very, very bearish. And that's like one of the only things that's keeping me like, all right, are we going to see the 20Ks? Just because everyone is expecting the 20Ks. We'll find out. Drew said, if you aren't in a short, you're late to the game. Could be right, man. I'm in stables, Drew. I'm in stables, my friend. What's up, Dan? Jordan, you go to UMass? No, man. I didn't go to UMass. I went to a, I don't know if I should say the school, man. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying the school. Yeah. I'm going to hold off on the school, but I went to a, I'll say this. I went to a state school in Mass. Okay? I'll say that, man. DCAing today, say Clancy. There you go, my friend. Nice job, man. Just don't go all in. There's nothing wrong with DCAing today. Just don't go all in. Longer term hold, it is what it is. Altcoins got absolutely annihilated. Absolutely annihilated. Drew said, I am everywhere. Nice. I heard all the new prices were going up after 2020 happening. Just like the herd knows prices are going lower in this recession. Heard all the new prices were going up after the 2020 happening. That, I mean, yes and no. There was still a lot of disbelievers. Like, if you go back into 2020, there was still a lot of disbelievers, man. A lot of people didn't think Bitcoin could get over 20K again. I mean, and the general masses weren't interested in crypto. I still think right now, I would say this. Mostly, like, 95% of people I see are bearish, which 95% of people weren't bullish in 2020. I'll tell you that. Definitely not 90. I would say 95% of people were still bearish in 2020, man. If not more. Probably 99% of people were bearish in 2020, if they even cared about crypto in the first place. But I'd say 95+% of people are bearish right now still. Easily. I don't think it's the same comparison at all, to be honest. To be completely honest here. I'm just talking about what mine's in my mind. I think if I had to say what's happening right now, I think we're going lower for sure. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll take the L, and I'll be happy if we get a bounce, man. I think we're going lower though, but that's okay. That's okay. I think it's a good thing, and it's kind of what we've been talking about the last couple of weeks. It's like, if Bitcoin's gonna make a move, just freaking do it, man. Just freaking do it. Stop making us wait on the freaking sidelines here for sideways price action, because sideways price action sucks. You know, for traders, it's good. For traders, it's very, very good. But, you know, sideways price action sucks for people that are either waiting for lower prices to buy, or, you know, for people waiting for upside action, you know? That's what I'll say. Drew, you're in a short right now, man? You don't think they bring this back up? You don't think they bring this back up to get some liquidity up here before they drop it back down? I guess if you're in a longer term swing, you know. But let me see, 20. I still think this could come back up and retest some of these areas before dumping back down again. But I still think we go lower here, man. Clancy said it would be nice to see 29K. Nice. But as we know, Bitcoin does what it wants, when it wants, how it wants. Let's obviously be aware of that.
Rant alert.
If Bitcoin wants to pump back up to the upside, it will pump back to the upside. You guys know this. Drew said he closed the short. I'm looking for longs. That's what I'm saying. I think some upside action to retest some areas would make some sense. I mean, it's too easy to just short this right now. I think they bring it back up, get people to commit long, bring it back down to the downside. That's sort of what we said yesterday. I could see the scenario where we get a rise back up to even 37.6, right? Because we got some bullish divergence. We got some stuff that needs to be reset. Come back up, retest the 37.6 area, somewhere around that area, before a drop again. It's probably my understanding of this. At least what I think is going to happen here. And then hopefully, like for the bulls, the hopeful would be to bring it up, they bring it back down, get this liquidity back, and then bounce it back to the upside. That's obviously the hope for the bulls, I think. But, I mean, time will tell, right? Time will tell. Let's find out what happens in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. You know? The Dragon Ball Z. How does the overall market of alts and their long-term potential look to you versus 2018, 2019? I mean, dude, alts are getting absolutely decimated. Like, I'll tell you this, man. I mean, just to use, like, KDA as an example, alts are absolutely decimated right now. And that's what happens. If Bitcoin's in a downtrend, alts will get decimated. That's why I know people hate to say, oh, you know, Bitcoin's a slug, you know, Ethereum's a slug, but I hope times like this remind everyone why you should have a large proportion of, if you're a hodler, you should have a large proportion of your crypto in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Why? Because they hold up the best in times like this, right? Just to use KDA, like I'm a big fan of KDA. I think it's just going to be during this downtrend or bear market, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be one of my bigger DCAs. But, you know, KDA, for example, right now is already down 87%. You know, altcoins have gotten absolutely decimated, and it looks like they're testing their lows again, man. They want to be testing their lows. Like I said, might get a slight retrace with BTC, slight retrace, but could it drop lower? Abso-freaking-lutely. But yeah, I mean, the prices that you're gonna get for altcoins for the next run, man, whenever the next run happens, are going to be absolutely life-changing, man. You're already getting life-changing. Like, just for KDA, for example, say next bull market runs around 2024, you just get the previous all-time highs. I mean, you're talking about a 675% gain just to get back to all-time highs. Even if you don't get back to all-time highs, you just retrace half the way, you're talking about, you know, a 3x, which a 3x can be life-changing. I'm not saying it's happening right now, but whenever the prices do want to come back up, I mean, that's why I just keep DCA on the way down, man. Don't be a bottom dweller, I would say, because you never know when the bottom's going to be. And usually when the bottom's hit, I mean, it comes quick, man. It comes quick. It sort of blows you out the water, you know? Drew said, my average on KDA is about $4. Long-term hold, bring me the deals. Facts, man. I think KDA at this point, I mean, depending on what Bitcoin does, could see all the way back down to 250. That's where I'm going to put a big buy in at around 250 for KDA. But yeah, same thing, man. I would say my average is probably slightly higher than that. It's probably around 450. So I remember I bought some down here and throughout this area, really. But yeah, man, same thing. I'll continue to DCA back down on this thing, but long-term hold, man. I mean, you're going to kill it on this one. And there's a lot of them, man. I mean, you can go through a lot of them. You go to like some other ones, like even some bigger caps. You go to like I know people like to hate on ADA, man, but you know, ADA, even ADA long term, I mean, you're back down to 78 cents. It still could drop very, very low, man. I mean, ADA, the problem with ADA is it doesn't have a lot of price action in this area, so there's not a lot of support in this general range here, and you could definitely take a little bit more of a dive here. What's up, Travis? What's up, Travis, man? Mr. Hart said, bro, you ever clip your toenail and it hits you in the eye? You ever clip your toenail and it hits you in the eye? I feel like I have to wear goggles clipping those. Clip your toenail and hit you in the eye? What kind of clipper do you have, man? Holy moly. I've clipped my fingernail hitting the eye, but the toenail? Bro, you gotta fling that thing. You must have some upgraded toe clipper, dude. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Cardano, Cardano could come lower. Cardano, I guess, wasn't the best example. Another big one, I'm a big fan of Harmony. Harmony back down to 7.7 cents. Same thing for Harmony. I mean, Harmony's down 80-something% from the highs. It's actually right at 80% right now. So, yeah, I mean, same thing for Harmony. Could see the summer lows, right? But if I do, that's another point where I'd put a probably big buy-in for Harmony around 4.7 cents. Right in that range. Which, I mean, once again, I mean, it drops to 4.7 cents. You get back to all-time highs. You're talking about 8x at that point. And it's you're pushing levels where, in my opinion, like, you don't know when the market's going to bounce back. But when it does, it's going to be insane, bro. It's going to be insane. Do you ever clip... What up, Abji? What up, Jordan? You big old pimp. Been listening to your live streams for the past 6 to 8 months, but I'm a member now. What's going on, Abji? Thanks for joining, bro. We're hanging out, doing our thing this morning. I like hanging out in the mornings, man. At least when there's stuff to talk about. 2 shurikens. Pumped up too fast. Harmony, if it gets at these prices, Harmony always pumps hard, but retraces hard too, unfortunately. Facts. Absolutely. My coworkers, well, let me look at Flux. Let me look at Flux for my guy Travis. What's going on, Travis Graves? Hope you do well, my man. Stay strong, man. I'm sure Flux is yeah, Flux. The daily. This thing's like an oscillator, huh? This is like a giant oscillator. Flux just loves coming back down to this range, man. Loves coming back down to this range. I mean, you got to go with the trend. I mean, the trend is it just bounces off this range. It's literally like an oscillator. You buy here, you sell up here. I mean, eventually this range will be broken. But I mean, you could see that it's really just an oscillator with one little deviation to the upside up here. It's crazy, man. I mean, you're coming back down to test those lows again, you know? Is this going to be the time where Flux just says, screw you, I'm dumping to the downside? Yeah, I mean, if Bitcoin decides to dump, yeah. But you're coming back down to test those. At this point, you're probably coming back down to this range. Back down to the 127-ish mark. Historically, it's been a good place to buy. Now, I mean, this one's only been since 2021. I'd be careful at this, especially in times like this. You don't know where Bitcoin's going to go. But, yeah, this is... Just be careful with this one. If this breaks the lows here... See this wick down here? Could try to take that wick, man. Back down to 113. So just be careful on that one on Flux. Watch this range very, very closely, man. Watch that range. Flux is on crypto.com now. Nice, man. Nice, dude. But yeah, it's just a big oscillator. Wait for 75-cent Matic. I'm waiting on 75 cents. Where's Matic right now, man? Matic is $1. See where Matic. I mean, Matic's right at support too. See Matic's right at the September lows. Yeah, I mean, listen, if Matic breaks this level, if Matic breaks like $1.02, I mean, it's probably coming back down. All right, it's probably coming back down to 70-ish cents. That's what just the chart looks like, you know. You had a little bit of hopium, right? I mean, a lot of alts had the hopium, but I mean, I'll say when things break falling wedges to the downside, that's never a good sign, man. It's never a good sign. Never a good sign, right? You had a falling wedge, broke it to the downside, came back up, tried to get back in, rejected to the downside. Your hope here is a nice little double bottom, all right? That's kind of the hope here, the hopium for the bulls. Can you hold this level here, bounce back up and retrace and make a W formation? But you got to hold this range, man. That range breaks, bada bing, bada boom. Could be seeing definitely lower prices on Matic. And I don't want to see lower prices on Matic. Matic's my, pretty sure is my third biggest holding. It fluctuates right now because everything's so volatile right now. But yeah, Matic could see lower prices. Let's hope for the bulls that we hold this range, though. Hold the range, all right. W reversal, perfect. Maybe come back up and test the 50 EMA, but right now, that's all our eyes are on Bitcoin right now. Obviously, guys, I mean, all eyes are on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's daddy. We know Bitcoin's daddy. Bitcoin's going to do what it wants to do. If Bitcoin dumps, altcoins are going to dump with it. Okay, look at yesterday. Bitcoin jumped 5%. Alts got destroyed. 15%, 16%. There was some down 20%. Some alts got absolutely ripped, man. Ripped. What's up, Clem? Clem Staymation. What's up, brother? Hope you're doing good, man. Michael said, can we just fast forward to the future when Jordan says this is the time we should have bought? Mike, you know it's coming, man. I told you, I'm not going anywhere. As much as some people want me to leave, I ain't going anywhere. And there will be the day where I can dab on all the haters, right? I can dab on all the bottom dwellers who kept wishing for lower prices, and they don't get them. There will be a day, and there'll be a bunch of salty people calling for, in disbelief. When the prices go back up, I'll probably be in disbelief too. I won't believe it either. Trust me. I think every pump right now, I don't trust Bitcoin. So when it actually does go up, trust me, I won't trust the pump. But yeah, I'll be dabbing on them. We'll all be dabbing on them, and that's going to be a fun time. That's what makes this fun, is that you go through these times and it sucks, right? Sideways action, down action. These times suck as a bull. But it all, when the prices go back up, it all doesn't matter. It all goes away real quick. It all goes away real quick. And we'll be able to dab on the bottom dwellers, man, because they'll all be calling for lower prices, right? When Bitcoin finally does hit the bottom, wherever it is, if Bitcoin hits the bottom right now, if it hits the bottom at 30K, if it hits the bottom at 25K, if it hits the bottom at 20K, right? They'll always be calling for lower prices, and they'll never buy in, okay? Because they're always going to be leaving in the FUD and not DCAing on the way down. And then when the prices finally do go back up, they will be salty as F, okay? It's usually how it works. All right, Bitcoin's coming down right now, though. Trying to come back down. I hope it just continues to dump, man. That's what I'm hoping. It just continues to dump. I know that sounds crazy, but I hope I don't know if it's going to. It's going to need a retrace here at some point, but we'll see if we get it today. We got the stock market open. If the stock market opens red, bop. It's probably going to get a big dump today, man. If the stock market, if the S&P, NASDAQ are in red today, bonk to the downside. Let's go check out the S&P. The S&P starting out red today. If this is red, bonk. If you get a same day as yesterday, another big down day, it's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be brutal. So we'll see what happens with the stock market today. That's obviously gonna be a big indication what happens with Bitcoin, as we know. What's the DXY at today? DXY 103.45. So that's still just chilling. And let's look at Tether dominance. Tether dominance. Definitely reacting to market open. Yep. Where's Tether dominance? Where's my USDT? Come on, man. Oh, here it is. Tether dominance. Oh, man, that's brutal, bro. This is the one thing I really don't like. There's multiple things I don't like right now. But I shouldn't say one thing. This is definitely something I don't enjoy here. If we close where we are right now, guys, we're at the highest close of all time for Tether dominance. What does that mean? That means that a lot of people are in stablecoins and don't have their money in crypto. But I guess what that could mean too is the higher this goes, in my opinion, if you want to take this as some type of positive, obviously Tether dominance, you don't want Tether dominance to be high. That means people are taking money out of their crypto and moving into stablecoins. And it also could it could mean people are just buying stable coins too. It could mean either one. So, doesn't mean people have to be selling their crypto for stable coins, even though that's a lot of this. It could mean people just are buying stable coins with fiat. You could look at it that way. But the good thing about this is the higher this goes, the bigger the pump is going to be. Because the more sideline cashes there is going to be ready to deploy into crypto whenever people feel confident in the market. So, if you want to take that for some silver lining, that's great. But this break it to the upside here on a close would be slightly shady, man. Slightly shady. So we'll watch that. We'll definitely watch that. All right, here comes Bitcoin, though. Back down to the downside. We're looking at 35,550. Where could we look at here? Let's see what Bitcoin does. It's tough, man. Hourly's oversold, 4 hours oversold, but Bitcoin does what it wants when it wants. Johnny Depp got his fingers in Savvy's badge. That's funny, man. Savvy and his squad are all wet right now. Facts. We still have more room to come down. Yeah, I think we come down more, DJ. I think we come down more. I think at some point Bitcoin's gonna get a retrace. I don't see it just dumping to 30K, though. You never know. Bitcoin can be, as we know, Bitcoin can be irrational more than it could be rational, right? So let's keep that in mind. But yeah, that bear flag, man, that bear flag breakout to the downside right now is looking a little sketch. 3-day dropping below the lows, looking a little sketch. Though what I will say is, One thing I will say, guys, that obviously we're in completely different times. Like you got a freaking recession going on in the background. Whereas back here they were printing money. It was completely different completely different macro economy. I'm not a macro economist, don't get me wrong, but completely different times. What I'll say is back here, I mean, Bitcoin also had 3 hits to the lows here, 1, 2, and then you had a third hit to the low, close below. I mean, everyone was super bearish down here because, oh, we got the lowest 3-day close, the lowest weekly close, the lowest daily close. It was bearish back here, and then Bitcoin popped. I mean, you got 1 hit to the low, 2 hits to the lows. You know, are you going to get that third low that's the lowest close? And I'm not going to compare it to last summer. It's completely different, but, you know, I think for any hopium for the bulls is Bitcoin takes these wicks and then hopefully pops back to the upside. You build some momentum, but that's obviously bull hopium at the moment, man. That's obviously bull hopium at the moment. There's nothing really. I would say there's nothing really pointing to a bounce back, but I mean sometimes Bitcoin doesn't need a point to a bounce back, right? Sometimes it doesn't need it. I'm buying stable coins in Casper right now. There you go. It's sort of like last summer, you know. I guess where Bitcoin came back down and took, and that's bull hopium though. that's not necessarily what I think is going to happen. I don't think we're going to go pop to the upside like this. I'll never count that out for BTC. If it happens, it happens. But yeah, crazy how it hits in the 3s. Yep, exactly, man. Shout out to my guy Tino. It's really one of the only people I've been watching every day. I watch George just for, you know, I watch George just because he generally tries to stay positive, and I think it's important to watch positive people at this point for long term, right? Obviously, short term, you never know what's going to happen. Long term, we go up into the right over time, and it is what it is. You guys get it. But yeah, I watch Tino too. Even though I'm not really a trader, I mean, it's still interesting to watch and see how the market reacts and kind of learn different things. And he's definitely someone that I definitely watch. Trader's Reality, guys. He's a smart guy. Smart guy. And he has different, not different. I mean, he just looks at a market in a different way than other people do. George's live stream thumbnail. When recovery? 2. Drew said W formation 100 EMA. Let me bring up the 100 EMA, my guy. Yep, definitely doesn't have the 100 EMA. Let's see. Let's see. Let me bring up the 100 EMA here. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Boo-da-ba-boo, let's bring up the 800 EMA on the 1 hour time frame for Drew. Hey, for Drew. 800 EMA on the 1 hour. W formation, 800 EMA 1 hour. Did I type in 800? Am I an idiot? No, I did. I thought I was an idiot, man. George has a lot of WFDM streams lately. Really? Get rid of this. Wait, you're not a macroeconomist? You're not a macroeconomist. That's funny, man. I jumped out of 75% of my trades and put in a Tether to buy the bottom. True. Very, very true. I cannot watch George right now. The guy has lost it. I would say he just... I think the problem with George is, like, it's okay to be bearish, man, in the short term. It doesn't mean you're bearish in the long term. George, if you're listening right now, just say you're bearish in the short term. We all know you are, man. We all know you are. George, you know that we're not going to all-time highs in the next month. Just say you're bearish in the short term so everyone can be bearish, okay? Or crabbish, you know? I'm still generally, like, I guess I'm slightly bearish, but, like, I would say I'm bearish because we broke down from this range. I sort of said if we broke down from this range, I would probably be a little bit more bearish. at least for short term. But yeah, I mean, listen, man, George, just say you're bearish so we can go down. Doesn't mean you're selling, right? I think he sometimes thinks that, you know, if he says he's bearish, that means people are going to think he's selling. No, there's a completely difference between being a bear and being short-term bearish and selling your crypto, you know? Oh, Drew meant the daily? Yeah, Drew, I was looking at this. I was like, W formation off the 800 on the 1 hour? I was like, what the hell is going on here? I was like, I was looking at this. You know the meme where the guy's like, I was like, W formation off this? I was like, do I flip the chart? Do I invert it? Like, what the hell is going on here, man? I was so confused. 800 EMA on the daily. Okay, we can do that. Let me bring this up right here. Let's do a little Dobby do, man, on the daily. 800 EMA. Yeah, I know Tino was talking about this too. Right to the 800 EMA. Do you think we bounce? You think we pretty much hit the bottom then, Drew? At least for the short term. That's what, 35, 170? So we didn't quite wick to it just yet. Interesting. We'll see what happens, man. Has there been any other instance of the 800 EMA on the daily being hit? You look back in the past. Not really. Interesting. We'll see if that holds, man. It's definitely interesting. It's definitely been holding the range so far as wicks go. So we'll see. We'll see what Bitcoin does. We know Bitcoin, when Bitcoin's in a trend, it can tend to be slightly irrational here. We'll find out. Well, that guy got bought up quick. No bicho. Ain't watched anyone else in weeks. I got scared that if I kept rolling my eyes so much, they would get stuck. That's me, Drew. I got off Twitter. I haven't really been on Twitter. I haven't really been watching anyone else. I haven't really been watching. Every now and then I'll peek in. Like yesterday, Bitcoin was dumping, so I watched other people's streams. If Bitcoin's doing something, I'll tune in. But generally speaking, I might have stuff in the background, but I'm not really paying attention. Just to listen to stuff, but yeah, I generally agree. Oh, someone told me about an idea that I'm probably gonna start next week. It's just to have some fun, man, because I like to do fun stuff, especially when it involves crypto. I'm gonna be doing either a Twitch stream or a YouTube stream on a different channel, where I basically watch other crypto YouTubers' videos and sort of just react to them. But it's gonna be a live stream, so it'll be fun. All right. It's probably what I'm going to do. It'll be fun, man, because then you can just tune in, and instead of going and watching everyone's videos separately, you can watch it with me, man, and we can react to it. So that might be fun, just to get through these boring times. I'm not going to be replacing, obviously, the normal live stream. We're going to do the normal live stream, too. But we're also going to do, like, a reaction live stream. I think that would be fun, man. I don't see anyone else really doing that, so. I think it will be fun for me, because then I can just react to, like, Optic Alert and Savvy's videos live. I think you guys would like that. So I'm probably going to set that up, and I'll probably start that like on Monday or Tuesday next week. So a lot of people said they would watch it. So what's up, JBH? Traders Reality is another good one. Has BTC play-by-play when market opens and has crazy indicators? Yeah. Link gun goes zero. Sit through Savvy stream. Probably a nut fest at this time. Yeah, it was probably a nut fest. A nut fest. That would be hilarious, man. I love watching Savvy stream with you guys. I wouldn't be able to do that, man. Oh, I mean, the chat and Savvy's live stream, I'm going to watch it today, because he's definitely going to stream today, because Bitcoin's going down. That's only when he streams. I'm definitely going to watch the stream today, and it's probably going to be juicy, man. You're probably going to have all the bears jerking off in the chat. All the bears creaming themselves. I mean, I can't really talk. I mean, the prices go up, the bulls cream themselves, all right? So I can't really talk, to be honest. IAPN, what's up, man? Can you check ChainLink? How low can it go, do you think? ChainLink? ChainLink? All right, let's check ChainLink. ChainLink. How low do I think ChainLink can go? As low as Bitcoin goes, my man. As low as Bitcoin goes. But let's look at some levels, man. But just know before I go into it that ChainLink can go wherever Bitcoin goes. Alrighty. All right, let's look at ChainLink. Let's just start on the daily. Man, ChainLink is at $10. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. All-time high 52. I feel like that was just yesterday when ChainLink was pushing $52. That was May of 2021, man. It's crazy. But yeah, ChainLink could just continue this trend, man. ChainLink is really just in sort of just a big channel that it's kind of at the bottom of right now, you know? Like a bigger wedge formation. But as we know with Bitcoin broke a wedge formation yesterday to the downside, right? So a lot of it doesn't really, I guess these typically do break to the upside, but in bearish trends, I mean, these could break to the downside, so just keep that in mind. But for right now, we're still at support, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. You know, more times we hit this, it could break to the downside even further. Now, where could ChainLink go? I mean, you're at support right now, right? You're at support right now. Let's see how Bitcoin reacts to the current range it's in. But I mean, if this drops again, I mean, you have a couple wicks you could take here too. I mean, back down to $8, you know, which I know sounds absolutely crazy for ChainLink. I mean, $8 ChainLink. I didn't think I'd see that again, to be honest. But here we are at $8 ChainLink. Yeah, I think it's possible you can see $8 ChainLink. You have a couple wicks you could take there, and yeah. It just depends on how Bitcoin does, right? The 4 hour is going to have probably some bullish divergence. Yeah, I mean, you got slight bullish div on the 4 hour. You got lower lows, higher lows. 4 hour stocks bottomed out. Same thing. As if this holds the range, I could see a slight retrace. Just like with Bitcoin, I could see a slight retrace to the upside before maybe another dump. But a lot of it depends on BTC. But right now, we're still holding support. So if we break the support, all right, sayonara, suckers. Might be getting lower ChainLink price, but right now we're still holding support, so don't get too ahead of ourselves. But I could see $8 ChainLink, you know. He's definitely going to miss the dump. He has gone fishing. My first purchase in crypto was Kishu Inu with $90 ETH fee. What are your newbie horror stories? Buying XRP at the high 2s and the low 3s. With a good amount of money, man. that's my horror story. What are you gonna do, man? Everyone's been a newbie at some point. You live and you learn, bro. They all have the same chart. They do. What's up, Smiles? We're going down. I'm going down, Smiles, but you know. As always, we stay positive in times like this. We look at the bright side. We're getting juicy prices for when the prices go back up for long-term holds, man. So on the bright side, it's all good. It's all good. Sucks, but it's all good. It is what it is. You can't change it, right? What I've learned in life is don't get mad at things you can't control that already happened. They already happened. So just go forward, all right? Go forward. Exactly, Drew. True. Thank you, man. I was going to have a rant stream tonight. Today, I was just kind of chill. I wasn't going to get too amped up. Tonight's going to be a rant stream, right? Why is it going to be a rant stream? Because the price is, just like what Drew said in the chat right now, man, right? Just like as Drew saying in the chat. When prices were at all-time highs, you know, when ETH was at 5K, when Bitcoin was at 69K, when Matic was at whatever it was, 250, when ADA was at $3, when Doge was at 90 cents, you know, when Link was at $50, you know, I could go down the list, man. I could keep going down the list. When they were those prices, everyone would have freaking done crazy, nasty things for the prices that we have right now. But the funny thing is, when the market's red and there's a lot of fear in the market, no one wants to scoop up coins in times like this, man. And tonight's going to be more of a rant stream. I'm going to go off tonight. I'm going to go absolutely off because I think some people need a wake-up call to see what we're getting. And I'm not saying the prices can't go lower. The prices can absolutely go lower, but that's not the point. The point is to take advantage while the prices are this low because you never know when the bottom's going to be. Everyone's always a freaking expert in times like this, okay? But I never thought we'd see some of these prices again. I never thought we'd see, like when ChainLink was hitting $50, I didn't think we'd see a $10 ChainLink again, right? And I could go down the list. I didn't think we'd see a 4-cent VeChain, right? I didn't think we'd see a 7-cent Harmony, $80 Solana. I didn't think we'd see some of these. 60-cent Algo. Crazy, man. So all I say is take advantage while we're down here. Don't go all in, you know. Do small incremental buys. Don't go all in. But, man, one day you're gonna look at these. You're gonna look back at these days and be like, why the hell didn't I buy, bro? Why the hell didn't I buy? Even if the prices go lower, if I compare, like I did last night, guys, if I compare it to 2018, even if you are buying it right here, right? Because a lot of people are scared if they buy now, you're gonna get a massive dump like this. Dude, if you bought right here at 6K, that would have been a freaking good buy. You would be pumped if you bought Bitcoin at 6K right now. Would you have been pissed if you bought it, if it dropped? All right, yeah, if you bought at 6K right here and then it dropped down to 3K, it would have been a 3-month period where you kicked yourself. But guess what? After that 3-month period where Bitcoin was at 3K, it was chilling up there for the whole time besides the March 2020 crash, right? It barely stayed down there, okay? So take advantage of these times, man. That's all I'll say. You don't know how long it's going to last for. You know what I mean? That's all I'll say. Up until the next halving, I think you just got to take advantage and just scoop up as many coins as you can, man. Scoop them up, scoop them up, scoop them up, scoop them up. A lot of people like to not think that there's going to be another run. There's going to be another run. I'm telling you. There is. There is. You're only seeing good things come out. Like you're seeing a bunch of good news come out on crypto. It's not having an effect on price. So you know we're in a bearish market right now. But at some point, all this stuff won't matter. It will. It will. If it reverses in Savvy's stream, record it. Nibbling, man. Savvy's video just went up. I want to react to it, man. I really want to react to it. Man, bro. All right. I want it. That would be so fun to do today. I don't really have time today. Because like I said, I'm going back up to Boston tomorrow. So I got to like pack and do laundry and all that crap. And then I got to stream tonight and all that stuff. I got to do my steps. I got a bunch of stuff I got to do before I leave tomorrow. So I can't do it today. But Monday, I'm going to start the reaction channel, man. It's going to be fun. And like I said, I'm going to start it on YouTube just because that's where the crypto audience is. But, I mean, listen, they're probably going to get flagged. Because you get a lot of salty people in this space. And if I do a reaction and they're like, oh, this guy's mean. This guy crapped on me. They're going to flag it. That's why I'm not going to do it on this channel. But I'll do it on my second channel. And it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun, man. I'll have a lot of fun with that. And I think having fun is awesome, man. When I have fun, you guys have fun. What's up, Prolific? I am Wyckoff accumulation. You are Wyckoff accumulation. You think we're in Wyckoff accumulation right now? I mean, I would say like it's very reminiscent of last summer. It's the price action's obviously different. I mean, we had upward sloping price action, which is typically more bearish than lower sloping price action, where we're gonna kind of get seller exhaustion. Right here, we're kind of get buyer exhaustion. It's a little bit different. But as far as like the structure where you have 3 hits, you have 2 hits to the downside, big wicks, right? And then you get in this third candle here. It looks like you're going to close down here, right? Close down here again, right? Close down here again. The hope is it's reminiscent to last summer and you kind of just stay in this macro range that we've been in for the last year and a half. That's the bullish case. That's the very, very bullish case. But, yeah, take the charts for what they are in the longer terms, I'd say. I don't know how much lower we go. Like we talked about earlier, guys, the monthly is looking like it wants to have we're gonna see a big move soon, guys. Like it's probably gonna be in this month. right? I just don't see the point where this can coil up anymore, right? I mean, you got a big macro falling wedge on the RSI on the monthly with 3 perfect hits to the top side. This is not a coincidence to me, right? And what this basically shows, this is like there's like no volatility in the market right now. You're getting less and less and less volatility, okay? And that volatility is going to come to an apex, and I think you're going to see a big move one way or the other here. It's a falling wedge. They have a higher chance of breaking to the upside, okay? And we're also coming back down to some of the lowest points you've ever seen on the monthly RSI. We're almost at the same point as we were in March of 2020. And then 2 times below that, I mean, we didn't go too much further. And that's why I think, maybe this month we go a little bit lower, maybe, right? We go a little bit lower here, get back into this green box that we came into in 2015 and 2018, come back in here, and then hopefully right at the apex, I mean, hopefully we get a bounce to the upside. That's obviously the bullish case too. And as you guys know, I'm a bull, so I'm going to look at bullish case as well. But I'd say is who knows where Bitcoin's going to go in short term. Just take advantage. Take advantage of it. We're just at the bottom of the accumulation range. I think so. Having Bob or Jabba reacting will be awesome too. Oh yeah, you know that's going to happen, man. You know that's going down. Avdi said, looking forward to seeing how low we can go. This is my first crash. Pretty exciting. I think people are just excited for the crash, man. It's interesting. I don't know. Are you guys excited for the crash? What do you think? Stay on a little bit longer here. How's the S&P looking? Oh, man, that's red. Actually, Bitcoin's actually holding up pretty well despite this drop in here. You never know if you have a midday reversal. A lot of times you'll see the stock markets drop in the beginning of the day and then bounce back, or vice versa. So you're seeing that drop right now, pretty heavy, pretty heavy there. But same thing. You have this wick down here on the S&P on the daily. Is it kind of going to be the same point, right? Come back down, take this wick here, and then bounce back up to the upside. Let me move these up here. I don't know why that got all jacked up. But yeah, are you going to take that? Let's see. That breaks. We definitely go a little bit lower. We'll see if we get a bounce here, midday reversal, back up to the upside. Let's freaking see. You got some bullish div on the daily form and on the S&P too. So take that for what you will, man. I'm trying to watch both. Yeah, crypto's definitely holding up. Considering that, I mean, the S&P has already started out down 1.8 points there. I mean, Bitcoin's kind of just chilling, right? Not too bad. I'm down 35K and I'm surprisingly calm. I mean, it doesn't matter. If you're a long-term holder, it doesn't matter if the price is at 30K or 35K or 40K or 45K. It doesn't matter. It's all about whenever your target gets hit. I got some bad news for you, Jordan. George is still very bullish on crypto. Yeah, I want George to flip bearish, man. That would be the day. We need George to just admit. We need them to admit that the prices are going down. Okay? He won't, though. He won't. Because I know what he's going for. He's going to keep saying we're bullish, and when the prices go back up, he's going to be like, I told you. No matter how low we go, right? So, I mean, I get it. Right? I get it, man. I freaking get it. I'll try to watch both. What time is it? 10 o'clock? USDT. Oh, man. Target is 0? Come on, CH. CH, what's your real target, man? Put your troll goggles away for a second. What's your real target, CH? I'm curious. Violinda's been playing into my head since yesterday. Just wait till tonight, man. Just wait till tonight. Driving you crazy. Driving you crazy. All right. All right, guys, it's 10. I'm going to head out here. Definitely mood soonest, said Drew. Maybe. You never know with Bitcoin. But yeah, I'll catch you guys tonight, right? 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to go get some crap done today. So yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Don't panic sell your day. What did I just say? Don't panic sell your day. Don't panic sell your day, man. Don't panic sell your crypto. Don't do anything I want to do. Don't panic sell your crypto. Let's see what happens for the rest of the day. And kind of just to recap before I go. you know, slight move to the upside, maybe, before another move to the downside? Let's find out on the next episode of Bitcoin. And there goes my main screen. On the next episode of Bitcoin. All right? Catch you guys later. Adios, amigos. Peace out, fellas.